Gonna wash some stuff up while I'm waiting for people to join in. Okay, got someone. Don't know who it is. Okay, so got a tripod. Makes it a little bit easier to do some camera maneuvers. So I can go down and do that while we're doing the cutting and whatnot. And yeah, that's what I've got that's new. So I'm going to start off by making some rice. So just got my handy dandy rice cooker bowl. There we go, a cup of basmati rice. Pour that on in. 2 cups of water for every cup of rice. Someone else, nice. Then I'm gonna go over here and put it in here, my nice little rice cookerino. Excellent. Okay, so what I'm doing tonight is I'm going to do some stir fry. I'm going to do a little bit of a non-traditional stir fry. I'm going to use ground turkey, and I'm going to mix that ground turkey into little like meatballs. But I'm going to put some jalapenos and garlic in that, and it's going to be, it should be good. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go get my jalapenos over here, and I'm going to cut these up and I'm going to put them in a food processor. So let's just adjust this so that we have a better view, to have a better, let's see here. There we go. I can't really see the chat a ton, but that's fine. I can manage. Alright, so I'm not gonna chop these up a ton because they're gonna go right in the food processor. So let's just take off the tops and the tips and then chop them up, you know, decently sized, but just breaking them up a little bit. Also do this with the garlic. Keeping track of the knife, so I'm not chatting a ton. One more over here. Excellent. Just making sure I didn't get any stems in there. Great. Okay, so I'm going to take my food processor over here, and I'm going to, this is a small thing right here, so I'm going to chop these all up. It's way easier than doing it yourself, so cover your ears. It's mostly good. I'm just going to try to do a little bit longer. Great. Let's take a look at that there. Nice. I'm just going to put this in the pan. I don't need to clean this out right away because I'm going to be chopping up some other things in here, but I'm putting this in the pan so that I can eventually combine it with the rest of the ground turkey to make it into little meatballs. So now let's just clean this up. All right. Okay, I got my meat over here, ground turkey. Just gonna open this up. I'm making 2 servings here, so I'm gonna be using a full pound so that I have some leftovers. This is the same thing you could do with ground beef, but I prefer ground turkey just because I think it's easier to get lean. It's cheaper to get lean ground turkey, and I think it actually tastes better, but it's not exactly the same thing. I'll give you a sneak peek over here when I'm fully done. Let's just put that over in there. Throw this out. Give my hands a good wash. Alright. Now the last thing before I start doing other stuff is I'm going to get the garlic in there. So I'm going to cut this. Got one of those nifty, these things. So I'm going to get a few cloves of garlic. I'm going to say probably like 3 or 4. Let's see how much I peel off right here. That seems about good, so let's just use that. Excellent. Okay, so let's... I'm gonna just... It's not wanting to crack open like most garlic. But it's good. I'm just gonna toss these in the food processor again so then we can get that all chopped up really easily. Nice, nice. Okay. It's really weird it's not like crunching like normal, but you know. Guess we'll learn to live with it. Okay. All right. So these I'm just gonna cut in half a couple times, or cut up a few times. I'm not doing the thin things like like last time. I'm just making it so it's easier to process. Okay. Those go in there. There we go. Excellent. All right, I'm gonna put this in the pan, then I'm gonna give you guys a reorient the camera over to the pan. So give me 1 second. I think I'm gonna use a knife. All right, so let's reorient this over to the pan so that we can see over here. I'm gonna put it on this burner. So I'm gonna take all this out of the processor into the pan. I'm going to use a little bit of water on this just to get the last bit, because we're going to have a sauce anyway, so we might as well do that. So what I do for these is I actually just use my hands, and I'm going to mix it all up together like this. Just massage it in, massage the jalapenos and the garlic into the ground turkey, and it actually gets like infused inside of it. So I'm just gonna do this for a little bit, make it into a giant meat blob and make it look awesome and delicious. Waste not, want not, exactly, Will. That is for sure. So we're just making this a nice appetizing paste. It's exactly like the scene from Ghost. Okay. Nice appetizing meat blob paste over here. Yum yum. Look at that. Okay. So now we can break this apart into smaller pieces. Try to do a few more folds. Okay. So I'm actually going to take out the wok, so hold on. I need to wash off my hands a little bit, just because it feels icky. Okay. So I got the wok over here. I know I am going to prepare this in this pan, and then I'm going to eventually transfer it over to the wok. But I'm just getting the wok out now for future. Yeah, it's a victory. They had Victory Summer Love, which is appropriate for now in the year when it's 40 degrees and or 40 degrees or less. It was more like 25, 30 today. So let's break this apart a little bit more. Okay, great. So I'm going to start cooking this up. I'm going to add a little bit of oil to this, and I'm going to cook it up into smaller bits. I'm then going to separate it out later, or then I'm going to put it aside and mix it all in later when I am mixing the rest of this. Is that still in there? Yeah, there it is. Do you have snow? We did not have snow. We had, it snowed briefly yesterday, just a little bit. It didn't stick, but it was there. So that is much better than what I've heard is back home. I hear that back home we had like several inches of snow, which I am very glad we didn't have here. So I'm going to leave this on right here for a second. I'm just going to turn this back over to my amazing workstation over here, which definitely needs to get cleaned up. Let's move this. That over on the side. Same with the rest of this. And I'm going to put my oil down here. Great. Okie dokie. Some minor cleanup. Did it snow out in Ohio? Are you guys spared from the Arctic cyclone or whatever it's called? The Arctic blizzard, but it's not actually a blizzard. The Arctic vortex. There we go. That's what I was thinking. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut up my vegetables for this, just so that they could go in into the. Once I transfer everything over to the wok, it's good to have the vegetables already. So, especially that needs to cook a little bit so I can break it down. But do this. I generally like to just take off, cut it with the skin on, and then just like peel it that way. It's just, I feel easier than trying to do it beforehand. Got less by us, 180 got pretty bad, lots of crashes. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna cut this in half and then just do some nice medium sized slices. Great. I'm gonna put these all in a bowl. Until we're ready, let's put that there. Oh, whoops, forgot to cut it in half first. There we go. Tell a joke. Tell me a joke now. I mean, I don't know. I don't know any. I'm not a funny man. I'm not a joke man. I'm funny, but I'm not joke haha funny. I don't know. Oh, I-80. Gotcha. Sticky Man. I don't recognize Sticky Man. Haha, there you go. Perfect. Look in a mirror. Great. So let's just cut this off. Cut the bottom off. Yeah, he's salty. That's for sure. Him or her. I don't know who Sticky Man is, although I assume Sticky Man's a guy. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it. Alright, let's move that over and cut this in half. Alright. Gonna remove the white stuff, because the white stuff is like the worst. Where are the hot babes? I don't know, I think they're in the chat. Right? That's what I think they are. Sticky Man, are you a hot babe? Do you just want to be around the other hot babes? Excellent. Just go in there. Yeah, the white stuff's gross. It's actually, one of the things that I've learned is that it's way more bitter than the rest of the pepper. So, especially with red peppers, it's nicer to have it without the white stuff because it gives it a sweeter taste, which is nice. The difference between red and green peppers is that with red peppers, they actually usually taste a little bit sweeter. Maybe Keaton. Oh no. Who's this? I don't even know. They know my name. Alright, I'm giving my turkey stuff a little bit of a stir, so bear with me for a moment. Yeah, I mean, it could be a few people. It could be Keith. Is this Keith? That would be the ultimate funny thing if it was Keith. I mean, I know it's not Will, because Will was here earlier, although I'm pretty sure he's gone by now, but it's fine. If you're still there, Will, I love you. And I am honestly shocked that you're still here, so. Alright, let's put this over in here. Okay, let's cut the bottom off. The top off. Take out the stuff in the middle. Ah, I knew it! I knew it was Keith. You can look at my great creation. I might even bring some into work tomorrow. Although, oh no, wait, I have lunch stuff tomorrow, so never mind. I'll bring it in at some point. Alright, let's just cut this in half. Although, I very much appreciate you joining in. Great. Put that all in. No free food. Nope, no free food for you. Although who knows, maybe they have more of those chip stuff. Those goldfish chips. I do love me some of those. Oh, that one kind of broke in half, whatever. Great. Okay. What's my knife brand? My knife brand is actually Amazon Basic. It's not bad. Like, you can get it in I got a knife whole block over here. Here, I'll give you a thing. I got this whole knife block. I think it was like $50. Super useful. And they're all like, they've lasted at, I think, 4 years by now. Yeah. Amazon, man. Alright, let's clean up a little bit more. Then I'm gonna stir up my turkey. And then I'm gonna make the sauce. Yeah. Dude. I'm not sponsored by Amazon, I swear. Although if Amazon would like to sponsor me, I recommend a full array of their products. For here, Dude Cooking Food, Dude Learns Food, the #1 cooking channel on the Dude Learns Food network, the Keaton Daily Cooking Network. So, alright, let's get another video over there and get a little thing. There we go. One thing about doing this is that these actually don't need a ton of, like, they don't need a ton of oil or anything, because the garlic and the jalapenos have a lot of water in them, so it actually takes a lot to burn them or overcook them, really. So that's why I just like to leave it on, basically. Yeah, see, I got a little bit of brown, but, like, that's about it. And, like, the brown's, like, some of the best part, too, let's be real. Great, so let's leave that for now, and let's go back over here, and I'm gonna make some sauce. Okay, there we go, get that right straightened up. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna put in the sauce is soy sauce. I'm gonna put about a cup in. There we go. Great. Next thing, actually, oh, I forgot I need to process something else, so I need to make sure this is all clean. So give me one moment. It has a little bit of hot pepper and garlic on it. I can't say that that's a bad thing, so. So let's put some ginger in this. Alright. Let's cut off the little nubs and stuff. I used to peel the ginger, but honestly, you don't actually need to peel it. It's fine without doing that, although you probably might want to wash it a little bit if it's a little grody. I do like to cut off the little end bits though, but it's mostly fine. How much countertop space do you have? Not a lot. It's basically what I have between the stove and the sink, which is just like one thing. And then there's also another table that I can use, but it's over that way over there, so it's a little bit harder to do that at the same time. I could do that if I was making something large, but it wouldn't really work for this. I need multiple stations, but it's fine on its own here. So let's just get this in there. Great. Awesome. And let's plug this back in. I used to chop things, man. It's so much easier not to chop things. Food processors are very underrated. Alright, let's put this in the soy sauce over here. And I'm going to actually use a little bit of soy sauce to wash this off. There we go. Maybe in a little bit more. I do love ginger, so there we go. Alright, let's look at this. Reducing down some of the water, which is nice. It's a lot of little bits, which is good. I'm just going to check on the rice for 1 second. Ooh, great. So the rice is done, so I'm just going to unplug that so that it doesn't overcook accidentally. My rice cooker has a tendency, if you leave it in, to overcook a little bit. So now I have the ginger in here, and then I'm going to add 2 more things. First thing is lime juice. Let's move this. Put that over there. Move away, unplug. Put that on this place up here. Great. So let's get some lime juice. If someone knows the best way to squeeze limes, let me know, because this is always a fun thing to do. I like doing it like this. I mean, of course, obviously I could get a squeezer, but I think that quartering them is probably the best way to get all that delicious lime juice out. Great. Okay. I'm gonna go with a full lime. Awesome. And the last one, great. Okay, wash my hands again. Okay, got the lime juice. And the last thing, I'm gonna put in some sesame seeds. Oh wait, whoops, there's one more thing. There's sesame seeds and then there's one more thing, which is honey, but let's do the sesame seeds first. I'm just like eyeballing this. Great. Awesome. And then honey. I can find it. Let's find out where my honey is. There you are. So the reason I'm adding honey is because it makes it so that it gets the nice sticky sensation. Otherwise, it's just like a thin sauce that... Okay, this is pretty good. Otherwise, it's a thin sauce that just like goes around it. It might seep into it, but it doesn't give you that good coating that you want. Okay. Great. That's awesome. So now I'm going to go and bring the wok over. No cornstarch. That's not what I do. Okay. Okay, so I need to put some oil in this pan. I'm actually going to use some sesame oil because, here, let's move this over a little bit. Get a better look. Oop. There we go. Sesame oil, because I like the sesame flavor, hence the sesame seeds. And then I'm going to add I need to get a better grip on this. There we go. It's okay that's a little burnt, that's fine. It gives it a good taste. Alright, awesome, that's all in there. Okay, put this on high heat. I'm gonna add the veggies. These will reduce down a lot. Let's just do a nice little stir up. Okay. Hear the sizzle? That's what I like to hear. Just gonna let these vegetables reduce down a bit. Give it a second. So what do you use cornstarch for? Do you use it to thicken the sauce or what? Because I've only used cornstarch when I am cooking tofu as a way to make the tofu a little crispier. Which one thing I could do is some fried tofu. That's a fun one. Great. All right, it's giving us a nice sizzle. I'm gonna add the add a little bit of this. To thicken, make a slurry with cornstarch and water and then acid. That makes sense. I like the honey. It's a thing that a lot of like restaurants use to make their sauce a little bit stickier. So I wanted to try it out. We'll see if it works. Definitely got sesame seeds all over, that's for sure. If only I was a little bit better, I would do the thing with your hand where you can flick it and do the whole thing, but I am not confident enough with my abilities to do that yet, that's for sure. One thing I do like to do, I think right now, I'm going to take a little Reynolds wrap. Just put it on top in order to make it insulate and give it a little bit of, like steam it almost while I clean up. So, this is a thing I'm going to be doing. This is one of my more common things right here. The base ingredients might be a little different from time to time, but this is one of my more common just dishes in general. I'm gonna put this over here. We're gonna use that. That goes in there. It's always important to clean up your workspace while you're working. How's everybody else doing? Anybody else have anything fun going on? Do anything fun with your life recently? That. Great. You have a minor tour of the place since we haven't really done that. This is the living room over here, and this is where I put some of the stuff for the food, TV. This is how much counter space I have, so that's what I'm working with, as well as this over here, which, as you can see, is sometimes not like the easiest playing a ranked game right now. Hopefully you're at least silver 4 like AOC. She just ranked up from bronze to silver. It would be kind of cool to play a video game and then accidentally get paired against a congresswoman. Although I probably wouldn't do that right. I probably wouldn't do that because I'm so bad that I wouldn't even get it in. Okay, yeah, there you go. Man, you guys have improved a lot. Yeah, let's do it. I remember when we were playing, we were like, you guys were like low silver, I think? Low silver, maybe Nick was gold, I can't remember. Anyway, this is looking pretty good. The vegetables are a little stiff. I think I got a stiff pepper instead of one of the more flimsy ones, but I'm just gonna leave it for a little bit longer just to see if I can weaken up the peppers a bit. That's just a personal preference. I like my things to be a little bit more flimsy than like stiff in regards to my peppers, but I can totally understand if you like to have the crunch. Alright, that's pretty good. And let's get the last bit of this. Time to get some rice. And I think we're almost set to eat, so I'm pretty happy about that. I got basmati rice. Big fan. I think getting good rice is incredibly cheap and a way to kick up your food quality really easily. Basmati rice, we got a nice 20-pound bag over here. This thing right here, 20 pounds. It was like 20 bucks. And it definitely makes things taste a lot better. All right, that looks good. Move this back. Take a look on in here. It's looking pretty good. I think that's what I'm gonna turn this off and get some. So let's do that. And I got a nice spoon right here. I obviously still need to work on my presentation, but I'm sure it's going to taste really good, so let's find that out. All right. That should be like 2 or 3 servings. So I'm gonna move this over. I'm gonna get a fork and we'll try it out. All right. So here we go. Here's the food. Smells good. Let's give it a nice little taste. See how good we did. I think this is pretty dang excellent, if I do say so myself. Oh man, these turkey balls, turkey bits, I wouldn't even call them balls really. Garlicky and spicy, just the way I like them. Let's try some with the peppers over here. The peppers, they're actually they're not too hard. They're a little harder than I usually get them, but they're still pretty nice. So I think all in all, pretty good job. The honey didn't really stick, but you know, whatever. I don't think it works as well with like a ground thing as it does with like shrimp or chicken bits, you know. You missed the whole thing. We're eating now. That's nice. You know, that's all you need is the end result. Take a look at me masticating. Yeah, sorry. But you can see the final product. Here, I'll give you a nice little peek over here. This is the final product. Oh, I guess I didn't turn it all the way off. But really good. Tastes delicious. I'm huge fan of these turkey bits. They kind of fell apart a little bit, but tastes really good. What time is it? 7:40. Oh, we're plenty of time. My phone was telling me that it's gonna run out of batteries at 8:45, so. But we got plenty of time for that. So, acolyte to Japiptity. Are you a friend that I just do not know, or are you a new friend from the cosmos coming to help us? Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to keep this on for a little bit longer, but I don't want to make you guys just watch me eat and probably get you hungry. Oh, I probably know who that was. Anyway, I think I'm going to cut the stream. But thank you guys all for watching, and this was a lot of fun, and I think I'm going to continue doing this, so probably not until next week, or maybe this weekend, but this should be a lot of fun. Alright, bye-bye.